Have you ever had that feeling where something just isn't fair? Maybe on the playground or even in class? Well, today, we're going to talk about that feeling and a really big idea called equality. And we're going to do it by telling the incredible story of a champion who wasn't afraid to change the rules of the game.
This message is for you. It's a reminder that being yourself is actually your greatest superpower. This whole story is about someone who really held on to that belief and used it to chase a dream and to make the world just a little bit fairer for everybody.
All right, so let's meet the person at the heart of our story, Billie Jean King. Now get this, for 5 whole years, she was the #1 women's tennis player in the entire world. But her journey started way before that, when she was just a kid with a really, really big dream.
Just like a lot of you, when Billie Jean was only 11, she had this huge goal. She didn't just want to play tennis, she wanted to be the best, the #1, and she was totally determined to put everything she had into making that dream come true.
But you know what's interesting? As Billie Jean got better and better at tennis, she started to notice things around her that just didn't quite add up. And it all kicked off with one simple question she asked herself.
So, picture this. She's at a tennis club. She's looking around at all the players and the people watching, and it suddenly hits her. Everybody looked the same. Everyone was white. And it sparked that one little question in her head. Where is everyone else?
This was way back in the 1950s. And once she started noticing that one thing, she began to see these kinds of unwritten rules everywhere. It seemed like only dads went off to work every day. And she loved baseball, but there were no women playing professionally. Nothing about it felt right to her.
Now, back then, Billie Jean didn't really have a word for what she was seeing, but we do. There's a word for that feeling of unfairness that she was sensing all around her.
And that word is inequality. It's pretty simple, really. It's just when things aren't equal, when something is not fair, not just, not good, and absolutely not right. It's a simple idea, but it is so important.
And this wasn't just something she was seeing happen to other people. Oh no. Billie Jean felt this unfairness herself right in the middle of the sport she loved and worked so hard at, tennis.
Okay, look at this. Billie Jean won a huge tournament, one of the biggest in the world. Her prize for winning was 750 pounds. Now, the man who won the very same tournament, he got 2,000 pounds. Just think about that for a second. Same win, same trophy, but the prize money was so different. That right there is what inequality looks like.
Now, she could have just been angry about that prize money, and believe me, she was. But just being angry wasn't going to be enough. Billie Jean King decided she had to do something about it.
And the best part? She didn't do it alone. In 1970, she got together with 8 other amazing women tennis players. They became known as the Original 9, and they decided to take a stand, together. They knew things had to change, and they were ready to fight for it.
Their goals were super clear. First, they just wanted a fair place to compete. Second, they wanted to be respected for how well they played, for their skills, not just for what they looked like. And third, they wanted to be able to actually make a living playing tennis, just like the men could.
People told them they were crazy, that it couldn't be done. But they didn't listen. They kept on fighting. And all of it was powered by one single, simple belief. They believed in equality.
So Billie Jean and the Original 9, they started this huge change in sports. But the fight for fairness, it didn't end with them. It's still going on today. And that's where her story connects to our story. It's your turn to be a champion for equality, right where you are.
So how do you even start? Well, it begins with one simple but really powerful action that every single one of us can do. It all starts when you notice, when you really start paying attention to what's happening around you.
So what does that even look like? Well, it's noticing when maybe someone is left out of a game because they're a girl or a boy. It's hearing someone say, "Oh, that's not for you." It's paying attention to those little moments that just don't feel fair and realizing that, they really do matter.
Noticing is the spark, right? But the next step is just as important. Just like Billie Jean did, after you see something that's not right, you can do something about it. It doesn't matter who you are or how old you are. Every single person has power. You have the power of your voice when you speak up for a friend, the power of your support when you include someone who's been left out. We can all choose to be courageous.
And in the end, it all comes back to this one powerful belief.
Believing in equality doesn't just mean we see the world as it is, it means we can imagine the world as it should be, a kinder, fairer place for everyone, a place where we all get a chance to shine.